This is The Crown and the Flame, Book 1, Chapter 2. 2 years later, Luther Navrakis is king of Stormholt, but Kenna and Dominic spy a chance to take back the kingdom. Alright, let's play. Chapter 2, The Ruins of Rajkur. Now playing as Dominic. 2 years after King Luther seized Stormholt, you're living in the castle, disguised as a common servant. Today, you're helping Tristan and Margaret carry large sacks of flour to the kitchens. All this just for dinner tonight? I swear, we're carrying a week's worth here. Just about. We're cooking double. Another battalion of soldiers arrived at Stormholt last night, and we've got to feed them all. King Luther forces nearly every able-bodied person in the 5 kingdoms into his army. It's no wonder we're overflowing with soldiers. Another battalion. I've got to figure out what's going on and send word to Kenna. Hush, there's soldiers up ahead. You want them to hear you? Down the corridor, you spot a woman in armor arguing with a soldier. I won't tolerate another mistake. Prince Marco has been too lenient with you. Every soldier in the barracks will be ready for inspection within the hour. I swear it. You don't see that every day. I wonder who she is. I think she must be... well... military officer? Yeah, military officer. Dressed in full armor, she's got to be someone important in Luther's army. Enough gossip, you two. We've got work to do. Back in the kitchens. My goodness, they want venison tonight for the high table. I hope we have enough. Yeah, and we better hurry with it. My back still hasn't finished healing from my last whipping. As you work, you hear a tapping at the window. Hockey! Aw, it's cute. Hockey is back. I told you, he only answers to... should name him Hockey. How about Edgar? Brr. You cut off a small piece of venison, and Edgar eats it out of your hand. Chirp. Edgar looks longingly at the sky. Not yet, my friend. When we have news for Kenna, then I'll send you off. Birch. Aw, it's so cute. Your hawk is as restless as you are, Dom. I don't blame him, but he's the lucky one. He gets to fly away from this place. And he'll get to see Kenna again, long before I ever will. Now playing as Kenna. You're living in a hidden mountain monastery with Gabriel and the monks who run it. As another morning dawns, you carry 2 buckets of water up the hill and into the monastery. You set them down in front of Gabriel and one of the monks. Look at you. There was a time when carrying just 1 bucket left you out of breath. They're all getting a workout here. I was a castle girl back then. Now you are something stronger. Why do you push yourself? Most queens would leave the hard work to others. Well, it's good training. She needs to fight and stuff. Most queens have kingdoms. Good answer. Are you ready to train with me this morning? I'm always ready. She's really angry. I mean, it makes sense. She's been in exile for 2 years, but still. The monk gestures to the sword Gabriel gave you, hanging on a rack on the wall. You eye the weapon in the monk's hands, a rod with a blade on both ends. Core guitar. Cool. Examine. When do I get to use that one? Only the most skilled monks are allowed to use the core guitar. You are not yet ready for it. You pick up your sword. Choose your weapon. I'll make do with this. +5 army. Let's begin. The monk squares off against you, taking a firm, wide stance. He tightens his grip on his core guitar and eyes your weapon. His placid face almost hints at a smile. Then the blade of his core guitar shoots out at you. That's scary. Deflect. You knock the core guitar to the side with the flat of your sword, shoving it away. The monk then lunges at you, grabbing you by the throat. He jerks you up, lifting you off your feet, and holds you in the air in front of him. You fight well, but ultimately, youth and passion cannot match experience and discipline. You are beaten. Yield. As you try to fight off his grip, you notice he's left his stomach unprotected. Kick him in the gut. You wind up and kick the monk as hard as you can in the stomach. The monk sucks in his breath and drops you. Not one of our moves, but a good one. +5 army. Come on, let's keep going. The way of the blade, you defeated the monk while sparring. No, enough for today. You and the monk face each other, bowing. You fought well. My brothers and I will be proud to follow you into battle when the time comes. Thank you. The monk bows to you and leaves. Gabriel turns to you. You've impressed the Rajgur monks. There are about 50 of them, and we'll need every last one in the upcoming battle to take back Stormhold. Your army's growing, Kenna. +1 army. It'll grow even faster once we leave the ruins of Rajgur. Patience, my queen. Patience, all I do is wait. I spend all day watching the sky for Dom's hawk. If he sends his pet to us too often, he'll draw suspicion. I know, it's just... I'm worried about my people. King Luther is a cruel tyrant. The suffering of our people may be great, but our time will come. Before we can do anything to take back Stormhold, we'll need an opportunity. Wait, did you hear that? Hear what? Before you can say another word, Gabriel whips out his dagger and hurls it into the shadows. A man screams. Aha! Navraki's scouts! We can't let them report back to King Luther. It's her! It's the Queen! Don't let them get away. The 2 remaining scouts rush out of the monastery in opposite directions. Gabriel rushes after one, and you start to head off after the other. Wait, I'm going to need a weapon. Use the core guitar for an edge against the scout. You'll also gain the option to use this weapon in the final battle. Not enough diamonds again. Okay. Well, the sword is okay. You grab your short sword. You sprint outside, chasing after the scout. Not going to get away from me. You catch up to the scout. He spins, pulling out 2 curved daggers. Good luck defending against 2 blades, girl. Your sword suddenly seems less lethal in your hand. I'll manage. First, I'm going to cut you up, then I'm going to gut you, just like a wild boar. You done talking? Grrr. The scout lunges forward, slashing at your chest with one of his daggers. You block. You're able to parry his attack with your sword, but you're left exposed. Oh no! He thrusts with the other dagger. I should leap back. You leap backward, but he connects with your arm, slicing across it. Ah! There's that cut, I promise. He lunges again, but this time you're able to roll away quickly, exposing a weak point on his thigh. You attack, aiming for his face. Whoops, that was stupid. Your sword glances off his helmet with an unsatisfying clank. Grr. In his rage, he whirls around, kicking you hard in the chest and sending you flying onto your back. Uff. He rushes toward you. This is where you die. I should sweep his leg. You swing your sword in a low sweep, wedging the blade into his ankle. Urgh. He reels back for a moment, clearly in pain. You're going to pay for what you've... Urgh. He stiffens for a moment, teeters, then falls to the side, one of Gabriel's throwing knives protruding from the back of his neck. I got him. You saved my life. I wish I'd been able to finish him on my own. You helped slow him down. Let's call it a team effort. We must be vigilant. Not even a single scout can report our location back to Luther. We stopped them today, but we can't hide forever. No, and when the time comes, you must be ready to strike. As you and Gabriel head back inside, you don't notice a slight stirring in the bushes. Lying there, holding his breath, is one last Navrakas scout. Well, he was smart to not burst out like that, I guess. Now playing as Dominic. In the kitchen, you spot Rose filling a tray with meat. A guard looms over her. That looks tasty. The soldier reaches over and plucks a piece of meat from the tray. Please, sir, we barely have enough for the high table as it is. That's your problem, isn't it? If I've got to watch over you filthy kitchen rats, I'm going to enjoy myself. He reaches for more. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Oh yeah? And why would I listen to a dog like you? Because... that food fell on horse tongue. I would say that, but then what if later the guard tells Luther about it? At the same time, Luther sends leading guards to the gallows sounds like a threat, and I feel like that would escalate the situation. I really want to say that food fell on the horse tongue, so I'm just gonna. But it's all the venison we've got, so we have to serve it. Disgusting. We washed it as well as we could, but... Enough, I don't want to hear about it. The soldier moves down to the other end of the kitchen to steal a piece of bread. You whisper to Rose. Looks like that did the trick. Thanks, Dom. Yeah, sure. Oh, wow, okay. You know I'd do anything for the prettiest flower in the whole castle. Rose blushes and throws a sprig of parsley at you. You flatterer. Who, me? Flirt alert, Rose is now more attracted to you. I know that look. What do you want now? And keep your voice down. You don't need to sound so suspicious. I'm here to offer my services. I want to help you serve the banquet tonight. Oh, really? And why would you want to do that? You lean close and whisper in her ear. I need... Yeah, to spy on King Luther. I think he's plotting something big. I need to find out what it is. Oh, Dom, please be careful. I don't want to see you tied to the whipping pole tonight. I'm always careful, except, when I'm not. New ally. Rose has joined your alliance. I'm going to regret this, but here, take this tray of venison, and don't draw attention to yourself. +5 army. Cool, of course. You follow Rose into the banquet hall. Soldiers line the walls, standing at attention. At the center, Prince Marco and his right-hand man, Bartel, are sitting at a long banquet table. About time. Any later, and I'd be visiting the kitchen with my carving knife. Apologies, my lord. Across from Marco and Bartel is the red-haired woman you saw earlier, and at the head of the table, King Luther Navrakis presides. As I was saying, after speaking at length with Helene, I've made my decision. My lord, is it wise to discuss things of this nature in front of the servants? I assure you, they're perfectly subdued. We've beaten any fight out of them long ago. You should listen to Helene. Luckily, this is easy to demonstrate. You, come here. Yes, my lord? What do you know about the Iron Empire? Well... I guess I'll pretend to be stupid. Is that where our iron comes from? Haha, I think that says it all. Satisfied, Helene? I don't know if I've ever heard anyone more misinformed. See, he might as well be a piece of furniture in the room. Rose shoots you a quick smile. Yes, that fooled them, and +1 firepower. So, as I was saying, I'll be sailing west tonight and attacking the Iron Empire with the bulk of our forces. We're going to war? About time. Sparring is no replacement for a real battle. I don't want to get slow. No, you won't be going with me. You'll remain here at Stormholt. What? But there's no glory in staying here. I should be cutting down our enemies, like my brothers and sister. Oh, is that his sister? This castle is the heart of our new kingdom. I am entrusting it to you. Do not make me regret it. Helene, I'll need you to stay here as well. But, my king, my place is at your side, as it always has been. We must hold the 5 kingdoms. Does no one understand that? Helene, you'll serve me best here. I'm leaving behind a contingency of my most elite troops for you to command. Yes, my king. You might also help prevent my son from wasting scouts to hunt after exiled princesses. Oh. How do you know about that? Kenna. More venison. Where's that servant? You rush forward. I should serve the venison. You use the serving fork to put more venison on King Luther's plate. He ignores you and continues talking. Good, they barely even notice me. Anyway, that little girl is of no consequence to us. She's no little girl now. Half the realm is still loyal to her. If she were to call for an uprising... She won't. Not while she can cower away in some hovel. Leave her be. But... my word is final. Now, I ride tonight. After dinner, as you and Rose carry the plates and dishes back to the kitchen, you see King Luther riding out with the main force of his army. In the nearby banquet hall, you hear a crash. Sounds like there's something going on in there, Rose. I've got to see what more I can learn. Be careful. You linger outside the door and listen in. Helene, I won't say this again. I want a team of assassins sent after that girl. He hurls a vase against the wall, shattering it to pieces. You can destroy as many vases as you'd like. Your father said to hold Stormhold. I follow his order. If my father wants to leave me here, I will find my own glory in ending the life of that miserable girl before she can raise her hand against us. I'll mount that foolish girl's head on a spike for everyone to see in this god-forsaken castle. You'll never touch Kenna. You feel anger rushing through you. You look down at your hands. They feel warm. It's just like 2 years ago, that fire. They begin glowing a faint red. I can't lose control now. I need to focus my anger. You take a deep breath and calm yourself. You feel power roiling deep in your veins. As you watch your hand, the heat consolidates to a point in the center of your palm. Whoa. The heat blossoms into a small fireball that spins and dissipates. Gaining power, you feel the magic within you growing. What was that? I feel stronger. You lean back towards the door, listening in again. Now, Helene, I'm sure my father would love to hear that you openly rebelled against me the moment he left for the war. Now say, yes, Prince Marco, and do my bidding. Yes, Prince Marco. Helene heads toward the door. You dart around the corner before you're spotted. A while later, you return to your quarters, where Tristan is waiting for you. You did it, didn't you? You found out what's going on? If the soldiers catch you out after curfew... I'm not scared. I've had lashes before. Now tell me. It's big. Luther's left and has taken most of the army with him, all but an elite group of soldiers. And even bigger, Marco is sending assassins after Kenna. I have to warn her. We can do more. We've got to. I know a man down in the dungeons who can get us a poison designed to take out 100 men. We could poison Marco. But we'd never be able to get it past his tasters. Maybe we can't get the poison to Marco, but we could poison those men King Luther left behind. They're camped just outside the walls. And I'm pretty sure soldiers aren't lucky enough to have personal tasters. Every soldier Marco loses is one Kenna won't have to face. One more way I can protect her. We'll do this, for Kenna. Are you serious? Are we really doing this? Because it will mean sneaking outside the castle walls. Tutorial. Some choices unlock entire exclusive scenes and increase your army score for the final battle. Diamond wall. Let's just forget about it. We need to focus on the task at hand, getting our message to Kenna. Sure. You lean out the window and whistle 2 short blasts, calling Edgar to you. You slip a message to Kenna in between Edgar's talons. If Kenna survives this attempt on her life, it will be the perfect time for her to return, to take back this castle and her kingdom. Fly true, my friend. Scream! I wouldn't, Edgar. Fly to Kenna. Chapter Progress. The monks of Rajkur have promised you 50 troops for the final battle. You have unlocked the short sword as a weapon to use in future battles. You abandoned the chord guitar in the monastery. As such, you will not be able to use it in the future. You beat the monk in your sparring match. Rose will now do everything she can to help you. You chose not to poison the Navrakis soldiers. While your conscience may be saved, the war will now be harder to win. Overall progress. Gabriel, alive and recruited. Prince Tavon, dead. Rose, alive and recruited. Prestige, 10 out of 15. Power, 7 out of 7. Weapons, 5 out of 10. Allies, 10 out of 15. Troops, 3 out of 5. Significant choices, 15 out of 20. Army score, 50 out of 72. And that's the end of chapter 2.